Hi guys, today I'll be reviewing Mortal Kombat, the movie that just came out. Yeah, it was pretty good. So I guess 3 to 5 minutes I'll talk about non-spoilers, and then the last 5 minutes will be spoilers because I just want it to be like a 10-minute review. Yeah. Also, there won't be another Leatherface review until next week because I want to review the first 5 seasons of Supernatural, so it will be like in one video. So like I think I said it before, each 5 minutes of the video, which is going to be 25 minutes overall, I'm going to talk about each season for like 5 minutes basically, and it'll be 25 minutes overall. But yeah, that'll be on Saturday. But yeah, so yeah, this movie, it's hard to say if it's. I mean, in some areas it's better than the 1995 movie, and then in other areas, like I'd say the 1995 movie is better. Yeah, I mean, my favorite character in this movie. Well, what should I talk about first? I mean, the main story because this time they kind of focus at the beginning. They focus on Scorpion and Sub Zero. Mainly Scorpion and the backstory, and I'd say like they did it the best in the web series. Yeah, which is something that I might review in the future because I never got to watch season 2, so I'd love to see how that story ends. Yeah. But yeah, if you've played the games, you know how the story goes. Scorpion has a family. Basically, Sub Zero goes there and kills them, and then he kills Scorpion as well, and well, Hanzo, and then he basically comes back because he ends up in hell, but then he comes back to get revenge on Sub Zero. It was from the orders of Shan to Sun, so yeah, it's in this movie as well. But yeah, I just prefer how they did it in the original. Well, not the original, but I mean, the web series, like, because they built it up a lot better because you got to see him bond with his son and everything. And when that scene happened, when Sub Zero attacks with his clan, yeah, I was pretty messed up when I watched that as a kid. I mean, I was in high school when that web series came out, so yeah, they did it pretty well. But yeah, and I mean, we don't really get to see a lot of Scorpion in this movie. It's like the beginning and the end because we get to see, Scorpion fight Sub Zero and, Scorpion loses and dies and then he's going to come back to get revenge many centuries yet later or something. But, Waden basically sees one of the surviving children and I guess looks after him. And then many centuries later, like, his ancestors have like passed on the gift that I guess Scorpion has or had, or Hanzo had. He died. So basically, Cole has this mark that gives him the ability to have this gift, and he basically finds out about it from Jax. Yeah, because Jax is there to protect him from Sub Zero because Sub Zero is gonna go after the main character Cole Yun, which I guess Cole Yun was an okay character. I mean, like I said, like I was gonna say, my favorite character in this movie is definitely Kano because in this movie we didn't really have no Johnny Cage, which sucked. Yeah, but Kano definitely made up, with the comedy and stuff. It was just fun to watch and brutal because this movie, like, we get to actually see brutal deaths and fatalities, like Kano's fatality. Well, I can't really talk about the spoiler yet, but yeah, I'll get there. So for the last minute, so this movie, so yeah, I think I'd rate like 7 out of 10 or maybe 7.2 out of 10 because we didn't really get a proper tournament, and I'm gonna explain that in my spoilers. But yeah, it was still really enjoyable, and we did get some good fights, some good CGI. Like we actually got to see Goro as well, which was good. Yeah, there was definitely a lot of good stuff in the movie. I mean, it just has that problem where there's some characters that are like better in the 1995 movie than this movie, and then it's like I guess the other way around, like where those characters that I didn't like as much, but they're kind of a bit better in this movie. So yeah, at least it has that. But yeah, it's definitely a good movie. I definitely recommend it, and it's definitely better than the Annihilation movie, the sequel to the 1995 movie. But yeah, I highly recommend it. So I guess I'm gonna start talking about spoilers in three, two, one. All right, so where should I start? All right, so basically, when Sub-Zero's chasing after Cole Yun, he basically puts his family in danger. So I guess Jax tells Cole to go to Sonya Blade, Jax's partner, and then I guess Jax stays behind to fight Sub-Zero. But man, Sub-Zero's so brutal in this movie because we get to see the scene where Sub-Zero ices Jax's hands and breaks them. Yeah, that was brutal. Because later on he's gonna get the robot arms, and he becomes the Jax that we all know and love. Even though they look a bit small at first, but they get bigger when he starts to get used to them. Yeah, if that counts as his power, because whatever they call it, I'm not sure. Yeah, it's this weird thing anyway. Because I don't know if they called it that in the games, whatever I just can't remember what they call it in the movie, but it's this thing that they have the mark, and it's the thing that gives them their gift. But yeah, because I've never really heard that in the game, so it's a bit weird, but yeah. Because Sonya, I guess she was one of the characters who didn't really have that in Kano, which Kano was basically a prisoner from Sonya Blade when Cole and his family get to the place to hide out, stay away from Sub Zero. But then Sub Zero, I guess, finds him, or is it Reptile? Because Santo Sun kind of sends people after Cole Yun and his family. So probably to take out the lineage as well. Rather gonna try to kill his family as well, since that's what I guess Sub Zero's original goal was to do. So there's no legacies that could continue, Hanzo's work. So that's probably why they're trying to kill his family as well. Yeah, his daughter and his wife. I don't know if it's his wife. I don't know if he's married, but yeah, his girlfriend. Yeah, but yeah, Kano. I guess he basically breaks out, and Reptile's there, and he's invisible. But then he uses a flare to find Reptile, and then does the classic fatality where he puts his hand in Reptile's body, and then he just rips out his heart. Then he says Kano wins. That was a nice scene. Yeah, Kano's definitely the best in this movie. He has funny jokes. I mean, everyone just mocks him when they get to Liu Kang and Kun Lao, which I guess that was cool in this movie. I definitely like Liu Kang better in this movie than in the 1995 movie. I mean, I like Liu Kang a lot more like halfway through the original movie, but at the beginning he just seemed like a jerk. But and then there's the thing like, man, I feel bad for kind of putting down Raiden in the 1995 movie. At least he was trying to be funny and stuff, but I don't think he was like a perfect master. But then in this movie, it kind of has like the problem that Liu Kang had in the 1995 movie for me, where it just seemed like a jerk. But this is like dire times where if they lose, like it's basically the same as the original movie, where like basically Outworld has won 9 times. Like they've completed 9 tournaments, and if they win one more time, they'll basically be able to take over Earthworld. I mean Earthrealm. Basically the same story as the original movie. Yeah. So that's why Raiden assembles everyone to train, but he doesn't really proper train everyone properly, just because they have that birthmark that gives him the power to do this. Gives him those abilities, because I don't know if Raiden was thinking that Sonya's going to be useless and Kano, but then Kano unlocks his ability. I mean, he only works with Sonya and them for money, because Sonya said that she was going to give him 3 million, but yeah, that didn't work out. He probably thought like, no way, I'm going to get that much, so I'm going to change sides when he meets one of his enemies or rivals, Cabal, which Cabal's in this movie. So Goro and Melina, like, she was cool for most of the movie. I mean, she could have got a better ending. That was a bit lame. Yeah, like I said, Santu Sun, I guess he's the main bad. Because basically everybody gets defeated in this movie apart from Santu Sun. And like, Santu Sun also kills Kun Lao, which was kind of spoiled for me in one of my Facebook groups. Yeah, one of my Mortal Kombat groups. So yeah, probably going to believe in that now. Yeah, oh well. I mean, I wasn't sure if it was true, but yeah, when I seen it, I was like, damn. When he texts, Kun Lao's soul. Like my God, that was sad. But we at least get to see him kill Katara, which Katara's in this movie, which is kind of a weird choice to put Katara in this movie. But I guess a thing for Kun Lao to kill before he gets taken out by Shantu-sun. And like I said, I did like Liu Kang in this movie. He was more like the Liu Kang that I know from the games than whatever they was doing. But like I said, Waden has the problem what I had with Liu Kang, where he just seems like a jerk. He doesn't really train everyone properly. I'd say he kind of does a better job than the one in the first movie, but for some reason I think I like the one in the first movie more than this one, and I guess I appreciate him a bit more, but still not really a big fan of the 1995 Waden. Yeah, I'm still waiting for a proper Waden in live action. I mean, we kind of had an okay one in the web series, which I can't wait to review soon. But but yeah, this movie definitely had some good fights, and they could do more in the 2020s than the 90s. Like they have to rely on the combat more, and they can kind of get away with a lot more like that. They're allowed to swear, which kind of has a lot of funny lines with that. It's actually brutal now. So yeah, because the 1995 movie wasn't really brutal, but you actually get to see some really cool fatalities. When Kun Lao slices up Kitara and it says flawless victory. Yeah, definitely some good fatalities, which you can actually say that. And I like that scene when Liu Kang and I guess Kano are fighting, and then he like Liu Kang basically does the same move to Kano, and that kind of reminds me. It's like they're kind of making reference to the games a lot as well, just like the 1995 movie. So it stays loyal to being a video game movie. Yeah, that scene where Kano's just getting tripped several times. Like, is that the only move Which I'm like that with a lot of people. Like sometimes when I'm playing Mortal Kombat with friends, they like to do the same move, and I'm just like, come on, don't spam, man. Yeah, but yeah, I really like this movie. I need to watch it again, definitely, very soon. Yeah, like I said, I'd give it a 7.2 out of 10 at the moment. I just wish we got to see Scorpion earlier than last minute, because basically when Ko Yun, his family's about to get killed. I mean, he fights Goa as well, which I guess that was a cool fight, but I just don't know if I prefer. Nah, I'd say I prefer this fight when Ko Yun unlocks his abilities, because his family's about to get killed by Goa, but then he just takes off his hands, like slices them off, because he has like this ability where he can take hits like the man with the iron fist, and he gets these blades as well. So yeah, it was pretty cool when he got those abilities. But for the most of the movie, I didn't really care much about the main character, if I can even call him the main character. But yeah, seems like it starts to shine more at the end, like the third act. Also, this isn't really a long movie. It's like the same length as the original movie. I have no idea how long the second movie was. Like, I have no idea. Imagine if it's longer than these movies. Like, Jesus. Yeah. So yeah, I'm not sure about that. But yeah, then I guess the final person that he fights. Well, he does fight Melina, but then I guess after Sonya Blade sadly kills Kano, because Kano was the best part of this movie for me, since there was no Johnny Cage, which they do tease that Johnny Cage is going to be in a sequel, if there definitely is going to be a sequel, which there probably will be. And I guess I'll look forward to it and try not to basically avoid spoilers. But there's still a few things that wasn't spoiled for me, which I'm happy about. But oh well, for Kun Lao, I mean, he's definitely a cool character, but like one of my top 5 favorites, probably not. So it didn't really make him mad or anything. So yeah, knowing about his death. But yeah, I guess I'll just talk about the movie for one more minute, because it's already gone over 10 minutes. But yeah, so yeah, definitely recommend this movie. Hope you guys watch it soon when you can, because yeah, this came out in cinemas, which was cool. But yeah, because we're gonna start to see movies in cinemas again. Definitely gotta wait to watch Black Widow. But yeah, they do tease that there's gonna be another movie, and I guess Kun Lao could be like a revelant, or whatever you call it. Basically it's like a zombie, but they kind of come back. Is it a revenant? Yeah, revenant. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, because we could see Kun Lao in that way, and the others, like they could bring back Melina and stuff, because Melina gets killed by Sonya when she gets her blast ability. Yeah, but yeah, definitely a good movie. I can't wait to see if there is going to be a sequel. But yeah, thumbs up to this movie. I'm just happy it didn't let me down. It wasn't bad. But yeah. Thanks for watching my review, guys. I'll see you in the next one. I think I'll have like a premiere for Mortal Kombat 9 where I'm playing as Sonya Blade. So it's like part 2. But yeah. I'll see you in the next one, guys. Peace.